Welcome back. Now in this video we are going to discuss the examination of swelling, especially the physical examination. We have already discussed the points in history part. So let's start with the physical examination. We'll keep our discussion short and in an easy manner we'll proceed. So physical examination, suppose a patient is there in the outpatient department or in patient department IPD, and we have taken the history. Now to confirm and to explore other important points, this physical examination is required. Now this physical examination part is having three broad groups. The first one is general survey of the patient, followed by general examination findings, and finally the local examination. All three are important, but for the point of making a definite diagnosis or reaching a single diagnosis or various differential diagnoses to confirm or to rule out clinically, the examination of local area is very important. Okay, so general survey physical examination part we have already discussed in the first video of this examination of swelling. We can go through it if we want. And this general examination part also we have covered in the first video, so I'm not going to repeat it here. The important thing in this video is to discuss the format of local examination, how to understand the concept and the various headings. One thing is important, we should always follow an order. While examining a patient, we must know what we are supposed to do. Confident enough to proceed silently but confidently. So under local examination, we are having a few different headings under which we are going to assess the patient. So in order to make it easier, we are having 8 important headings under local examination, the broad headings. The first, in this box you can see, we are having 4 important things. All of you know probably. The first part is inspection, followed by palpation, then percussion and auscultation. So these 4 important parts, almost all of the patient or most of the patient, they must undergo these subheadings under local examination of any patient. In any medical branch, these 4 important things are always there. Now inspection means a patient is coming to you and you are just observing the patient with your eyes and you are noticing the various features, but you are not touching the patient. In a broad sense, you are not touching the patient, only you are observing. So inspection, there are various subheadings under this group. We'll come to that subsequently. Similarly, the palpation. Palpation means whatever you have observed during inspection in any particular patient, you are going to confirm or to rule out the findings of inspection during palpation, or At the same time, you are going to additionally explore the patient while palpating the patient. Now, in this stage, you are free to touch the patient after taking the consent, informed consent, why it is required. So, palpation is very important in adding to the findings of inspection. So, third stage in local examination is percussion. Percussion is just to know whether the underlying disease pathology is related to a particular organ or some other organ, whether the organ is a solid one or a hollow viscous organ, and we tap a finger by the finger of our other hand, and by hearing the sound that is coming, it can aid the diagnosis. So percussion, third stage, is also important. We'll discuss in detail later on. And finally, the fourth one, the auscultation. Auscultation will require a stethoscope, really available nowadays. So inspection, palpation, percussion, and auscultation. 4 stages are there during local examination of any swelling the patient is presenting with. And after these 4 broad groups, never forget to examine the regional lymph node status. Wherever the swelling is present, the drainage area of that swelling must be examined. So examination of regional lymph node is also important. And if distant lymph nodes are there, we can simultaneously examine those lymph nodes also, right? Now measurements is required. Along with that, if any swelling is presenting, let's say near any joint, knee joint, for example, the distal movements should be checked. So movements of various joints nearby the swelling is also required to be examined, right? Sometimes these swellings can exert pressure and they may get involved the surrounding or the nearby nerves. So pressure effect should also be looked for. So these are the broad 8 groups under which we are going to perform our local examination. As we have already discussed that any learning process, it involves 3 important components: the cognitive domain, the psychomotor domain, and the affective domain. Cognitive domain means theory part, what we are going through, what we are discussing here. These are the subheadings and like that. This is cognitive domain, commonly known as knowledge part. The background knowledge is always required to perform any skill. So how to do a physical examination, or how to take a proper history to reach a diagnosis, this is a part of psychomotor domain, a skilled work. And explaining all these things to a patient and taking informed consent, why it is required, how it is going to help the patient, all these explanation that comes under the affective domain, right? So always remember these, the theory part, the cognitive domain is always required. It is very important before actually going to the patient and taking a history and examination. So we must focus on these headings. Training of the cognitive domain, right? The knowledge part. So these 8 subgroups, the inspection, palpation, percussion and auscultation, followed by the regional lymph node status examination, the measurements, movements related to the swelling, the pressure effect, if any, related to the swelling. Now inspection part. Let's go through this first broad groups, inspection. Now inspection is having various subheadings. We'll quickly go through this. Whenever we are going to see a patient, this is very important to be a good observer for any clinician, any branch, whether it is medical or dental or physiotherapy or any branch, nursing, any paramedical branch, we should always be a good observer as a medico. Just try to focus on the affective domain first whenever we are in the contact of a patient for the first time. Affective domain means introduce yourself, take the consent, and then start with the process of history taking and physical examination. Don't just try to touch the swelling very quickly without making a rapport with the patient, right? So inspection is basically inspection of any swelling in any patient. Just try to remember the headings like this. I have tried to make it easier for you. First of all, the site of the swelling. Just focus on the first two things, the color, the site of the swelling, and color of the swelling. Right? Site and color. After that, remember 3S, the shape, size, and surface over the swelling. Right? After that, what is the edge or margin of the swelling looks like? How many swellings, number of swellings are there? How many number? So site, color, then 3S, shape, size, surface, then edge, number, and finally the oval one, focus on the oval shape area. The first one is having the 7 important headings and another one is having 8 important headings. So after going through site, color, then shape, size, surface, edge, number, 2P, peristalsis and pulsation, whether any peristaltic movement is associated with the swelling or not, and what is the status of pulsation. Then impulse on cuffing. Impulse on cuffing. Remember this one? It should always be checked in any patient presenting to us with a swelling. Then we are supposed to remember 3 movements. The 11th, 12th and 13th point, 3 movements. Movement with respiration, movement on deglutition, and movement with protrusion of tongue. 3 important things: respiration, deglutition, and protrusion of tongue. The associated movement should be observed. And finally, the 2 important headings, 14th and 15th. What is the status of skin overlying the swelling and any pressure effect associated with the swelling, right? So very easy to remember the inspection subheadings: the site where the swelling is situated, located, the color of the swelling, so site and color, then shape, size, surface, then edge, number, peristalsis, pulsation, impulse on coughing, 3 movements with respiration, on deglutition, and with protrusion of tongue, and skin over the swelling. Finally, the 2 important points: the skin over the swelling and the pressure effect, if any, associated with the swelling. So these important subheadings will be our various landmarks during the inspection process under the physical examination component. So we'll go through this one by one in this next video, not to prolong this video. So we have summarized the various subheadings and headings we are supposed to go with in an chronological in a chronological order, right? So that's all in this video, to be continued. Thank you. Let's meet in another subsequent video that is there. Thank you.